Good morning, everyone. My name is Akshay. I take care of TURNITIN PES for South Asian market. We welcome you all for the LISCON 2021 conference. Thank you so much to entire VTU consortium, Dr. Mullah, Professor Kannur, and the entire steering committee who has worked hard for this conference. Uh, Giving us this opportunity, we Turnitin have been working with V2 consortium from quite some time. Apart from that, in this LISCON conference, we wanted to communicate and we wanted to tell the end user community what exactly Turnitin is providing to all their end users across the globe. So, first thing that comes in mind when we talk about plagiarism is Turnitin, or Turnitin in the sense plagiarism detection tool. Please have one thing in mind always. There is similarity index report. That's what that gets created, or that's what gets generated when you upload any document on Turnitin or any other such tools. According to Merriam-Webster online dictionary, anything that you steal or pass someone's idea, that will lead to plagiarism. So if you're not giving any credit to the source, if you're not giving any acknowledgement references, there's high possibility of getting into plagiarism. So this is kind of a literacy theft. To avoid this, we need to have such kind of tools which will help you to identify what might get into plagiarism. So a lot of universities across the globe have been adapting these kind of systems, not only to check their theses, not only to check their reports, not only to check their publications. It is for day-to-day activities, day-to-day assignments, and lot more things are there. So going ahead, we will have what exactly should be done in Turnitin, in the sense why we need to have Turnitin, because academic integrity has to be enhanced. So if you have to have an academic integrity defined things, there are six fundamental factors that comes in picture. So basically, academic integrity faces this adversity of six fundamental values, which covers trust, honesty, courage, respect, and responsibility to have this in your institution. So we need to have this adaptability across. I'm not sure how many of you have heard about this My Master scandal, which happened in Australia. Lot of students came across this issue, and 16 universities were hired, some kind of ghost writing it is called, and lot of students faced suspension due to this cheating. So to identify these kind of things, you will be able to identify the similarity and overcome the plagiarism issues. So, what are the plagiarism effects? There are two types of plagiarism that might occur for any individual. One is deliberate plagiarism, the second one is unintentional plagiarism. So, there are two consequences of it. First one, it will create an issue for an individual, an author, a researcher, a guide, or a professor or a scholar. So, anyone who doesn't go through these kind of check, their their document might lead to cheating. You will not be knowing that your document might be used by someone else, or the same literature is used by someone else. To identify that, you need to have such kind of tools. But an individual face these kind of issues, their risk is caught, in the sense they will lose their promotions, they'll lose their credibility, they'll not be able to enjoy their accomplishments. So these are individual issues. Whereas for an institution, why universities procure these kind of tools? Why an institution has these kind of tools? Because their reputation is under stake. Any tool has to be used for checking similarity, so that they get a gateway or pass through that similarity acceptance score. So if this is not incorporated, it might lower the standards of the universities, lower the standards of the institution also. So, and the whole university's environment gets broken and all those things. So academic integrity plays a vital role, and these are the effects of plagiarism for each and everyone. I'm not sure how students get into plagiarism, but we have identified these are the five fundamental reasons why students get into plagiarism. They won't notice that what text they have copied is already published or not. They won't know what is plagiarism. They might run out of time and they tend to copy. For improving their mark, they will try to copy. You might have observed this A lot of people, whatever this replicated from the textbook, only if you write the same thing you will get the good marks. So this is the main reason why students get into plagiarism, and they don't realize that copying is bad. So these are the fundamental reasons why students get into plagiarism. The other things are grammatic mistake. Turnitin has embedded something called as ETS erator, which will help you to identify grammatic mistakes also. Just this example, which saves lives, punctuation, small punctuation makes a lot of difference. So we need to have these kind of understanding basically. So the difference between plagiarism and text similarity should be identified or should be understood by one individual at least. So the reason is plagiarism cannot be defined or identified by any tools. It can tell you the text similarity. By that you will be able to identify, okay, this text might get into plagiarism, so that it will allow you to one more chance to recorrect yourself and produce the document. That is the difference between plagiarism and text similarity. So what are the expected similarities that you might find in any document? I'm talking about document here. It might be a paper publication, it might be a journal publication, it might be a conference, it might be anything that you have. You might be thesis also which you're sending to universities. So quotes might be one of the expected similarities. References and citations might be one of the expected similarities. There are common facts that might show a similarity. You might have to quote it in double quotes. Capital of India is Delhi, so you quote it in. You can't give citation to it. Newton's law. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. How can I give citation to it? I quote it in double quotes. So these are the expected similarities. If quoted materials can be excluded, you can quote it in double quotes. Also, the interesting notice, Turnitin generates at least 20 reports per second. On the busiest day, we have generated a million documents, also a million reports for students across. Why Turnitin is used in most of the universities across the globe? The reason behind, if you talk about India, it might be CSIR labs, it might be DST labs, it might be any such kind of labs. They use Turnitin because of scholarly publications, the content partners that we have, the internet publications that we crawl under, and our custom databases. 82 plus million article, books, conference proceedings are covered. 80,000 scientific, technical, and medical publications are covered. Content partners covers about 92 plus million online, offline subscription content. Internet covers two main aspects. One is current data, the second one is historical data, that is archive data. So you get covered both of things, that is internet. And also you have custom databases, which is private content. So you get to have these kind of databases which will help you to identify what exactly Turnitin crawls under, why it is very useful because of this huge database that we have. Turnitin has identified 12 types of unoriginal work which is familiarly used in trending or which is used in unoriginal working. So original thinking, which is on the greener side here, is the best document. When you go ahead, there are a lot of other things that comes in picture. Few are at higher risk, few are at lower risk. Mosaic plagiarism is one kind of thing which is used by a lot of students, which has to be avoided. They try to copy from multiple sources, try to collate everything and give a document, which is mosaic plagiarism. It is a plagiarism. Contract cheating. I spoke about Australia's My Master scandal. So you hire someone else to write your thesis. That is one more biggest issue. So the spectrum shows you different aspects, different way of plagiarism that might occur. The other key thing is self plagiarism. People in India have to publish two or three publications to write their thesis. We tend to copy from our previous publication and incorporate the same thing in our thesis. This is called as self-plagiarism. Until unless you give citation to it, you need to give self-citation. Only then it can be evaded. If not, that is also considered as plagiarism. So to avoid or overcome this, to work on the holistic way, how can we impact on academic integrity? First thing is you need to know the defined policy. What is the similarity acceptance rate? Excluding what? Excluding how many words? Are they excluding bibliographic materials? Are they excluding quoted materials? You need to know this. It might be university norms. It might be UGC norms, it might be any norms. For example, VTU norms, 25% similarity acceptance rate. Let's take an example. Excluding bibliographic materials, excluding quoted materials, and threshold of words might be 5 words. So this might be VTU norms. So you need to know each and every norm before sending your document for publication. Please create awareness among your student community to how exactly the academic integrity policies work. Educate the students, help them to give proper citations, proper integrity works, and other things. And also you need to protect your values also with respect to this. So these are the four aspects that comes in picture. So what can you do with Turnitin? There are a lot of tools that Turnitin work with. We Turnitin is an organization. There are multiple softwares. Turnitin Feedback Studio is our flagship product, which helps you to give similarity report, grammatic checking, and also it will give you to give grades also. There is other tool called Turnitin Originality Check Plus, which is used in VTU Consortium and many other universities, which will give you similarity reports and also grammatic check. Also, there is Turnitin Similarity. There is Authenticate, which is one other popularly known publisher preferred tool, which is a bulk upload tool. It is a cloud-based plagiarism prevention software, which has extra filters. That's why publisher or R&D divisions, they use it. It was first launched in 2004 and it is user-based access. The other tools has multiple other way of login: admin login, instructor login, student login. This has user-based login. Feedback Studio has these three roles which you can use it. Admin is one person in an institution, instructor is the faculty, student is the student who uploads the document. So the Feedback Studio helps you with these three things. As I said, similarity report, grammatic checking, and grade marking. So all three can be done. So VTU has these two things: similarity checking for safeguarding your academic integrity matters, and spell check, which is for grammatic ETS E-rater. There is new addition to Turnitin series of tools, which is text manipulation tools. Any student who is trying to hide some text in the form of hidden text or hidden characters, we show you that also, which is called as text manipulation panel. Feedback really helps students in various ways. It might be improving their vocabulary, citations, paraphrasing, argumentation. All these things comes in picture for a student to help them to write authentically. So that's why feedback is very, very important. Turnitin also helps you to integrate with multiple ecosystems, which is called as LMSs. It might be Moodle, Blackboard, Sakai, D2L, anything that you want, you can integrate with. We give you the similarity score in multiple color coding. It might be blue color if it is 0%, green in 1 to 25%, and then 25 to 49, 50, and then orange, red comes in picture. Red is the most dangerous one. That's how it is. It is in the home page of the document, not inside the document. Inside the color coding is for from which text the text is matching. Turnitin also empowers the researchers to publish with confidence. You can do similarity screening. You can, boost the acceptance similarity. Acceptance rate you can increase. Lot of rejection is also a scarcity. So better you check your document, improve yourself, and then send it to a publisher. We have multiple other tools called as authorship investigate. This tool helps you to investigate if there is any contract cheating, if there is any reporting issues and other things. It will tell you how critical the student documents are, where there has to be high priority given, and all those things it is. The capability of this tool is it will give you analysis of student work, and it will help you to identify if there was any prior submissions done, clearly analyze if there is any contract cheating done before. So it will really help the faculty or the researcher or anyone who is publishing to identify if there is any cheating that is done. It also compares student works with different other, and you can download the report also. So you can see the submission IDs, you can see the document titles, how is the essay integrity and writing consistency of that document. That is how authorship is going to help you. So it has a deep document metadata and forensic analysis of language. So both things are available, which are the two types of information that you get in this report. This also helps you to identify how your institution is at risk and helps you to understand the potential scope of improving also of academic misconduct. So there is one more document which is called, one more way that is implemented, doc to doc comparison. Few of our tools has this option also. With Turnitin Feedback Studio, you get one more option called as Draft Coach. If you have a Google Suite account, you can use Draft Coach, where you can start typing your text. Instead of using a Word document, you can use Google Docs and start typing all your text, incorporate your text there, and run a similarity score, citation check, and also grammatic check. So it's a formative feedback, and insights are there, and you will be able to analyze the similarity score accordingly. The other tool that is introduced to Indian market or global market is called as Turnitin. It's an assessment tool which helps the instructors to grade seamlessly, no matter what kind of work it might be. Examination, homework, or coding. Code language can also be checked. So it's an assessment application which helps you to identify the statistics where the student learning has to be enhanced, where the student is working, where the student has to be reworked, how exactly we can help, and all those things. There are five kind of assignments that can be created: examination and quiz, homework problem set, bubble sheet, programming assignment, online assignment. Examination and quizzes, you will be able to create a specific assignment in a specific place to identify how exactly the document looks like. Homework and problem set give the questions. The student can take any pen and paper, write an answer, and upload the document. Bubble sheet is for multiple choice. You don't have to grade. You can grade, you can select the right answers. Whenever there is a wrong answer, it will auto grade. And also programming assignment, which will help you to identify code plagiarism. There is an auto grader which helps you to identify programming assignments. Also, where there is C, Linux, and other programming languages, it will help you to give you the similarities. Online assignments will help you to identify any kind of test that has to be taken online. It will give you an online assignments. So these things can be done with Gradescope application. If someone is interested to take this and run it in your institution, kindly let me know. We will be providing you a trial access for this also. You can test this and then start it. This is not plagiarism detection. This is assessment tool. Please keep this in mind. Plagiarism can be identified only for programming assignment. That is similarity. Points to note: please, any of you, do not share your login ID and password with anyone, whichever Turnitin access you have. And do not send your documents to different institutes to check your document. If it gets saved in Turnitin Cloud, you might not be able to delete it. There is no individual access that we give. Someone is telling 100 rupees, 200 rupees, we will check your document. That is a false information. That person might take your document and publish somewhere else. So please be aware. All the communication to Turnitin, you can write to our support team. I'll share the mail ID, and any kind of recordings that you get, please keep it to yourself, not to anyone else, because they might be using some other tools. So have this in your mind. At any point of time, if you have to have any kind of support, you can reach out to our professional education services team. South Asia-ps@turnitin.com is the mail ID, and help.turnitin.com is our help section, which will help you to identify any kind of user guides that you want. That also you can do. We too are looking after V2 consortium for South. Devapriya Mukherjee and myself. Devapriya Mukherjee is the account manager. This is his mail ID. This is my mail ID. You can reach out to our support team also at any point of time. Please feel free to reach us. I would extend my thanks on behalf of Turnitin to LIS Academy and LISCON and V2 Consortium for giving this opportunity, and much obliged for this. Thank you so much.